actually gonna change the color. I'm actually gonna change the color of the lamp. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hello, pinballer. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, let me change the color of the light. Yeah. Oh my god! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Look, it's gotta connect. It's gotta connect. I gotta. Come on, come on. All fixtures. How we feeling? We feeling a little blue tonight? Maybe a little purple? Maybe a little pink? Look, okay. I'm changing the lamp color, guys. What do we think? What do we think? Maybe some purple. Well, it was kind of orange. Also, thank you for the resub. Thank you for the resub. Should we do green? Ugh, ew, ew. I hate green lighting, bro. Green lighting is nasty. Okay, I kind of want to do blue. Kind of gonna do blue, guys. Guys, blue. Blue. Guys, don't I look good today? I washed my hair. Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't washed my hair since Thursday. No, Wednesday. That's pretty bad. That's really bad. That's really bad. That's really bad. But, chicken butt. What a funny saying. You know, wow. How funny. How giggly. How funny. You look, beat me to it. You look gorgeous. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I did shower today. I didn't shower yet. Did I shower yesterday? I don't know if I showered yesterday. Maybe I don't want to be admitting that on stream that I didn't shower yesterday. Okay? Normally I'm a twice a day shower, but you know, some days some days you don't want to shower, okay? Some days, not most, some emphasis on some. Okay? Okay, some days, more like some gays. What do we think about gay people, chat? Gay people! Yeah! Yeah, we love gay people. I love gay people. Yeah! 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 Gay people are kind of cool, chat. Gay people are kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Gay people are gay. Yeah, bro, that's what I was just saying. That's what I was just saying. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. Well, this isn't a... There's no club. The club. The club. Also, thank you for the 2 jewels. Thank you for the 2 jewels. How do you guys feel? Oh, wait. Shit, I spelled that wrong. Twitch. I'm live. Hello, good morning. It is currently 7:30 p.m. for me. Good morning? You came at the wrong time. Come back in like... it'll be morning in like 5 hours. Midnight. I mean, midnight's morning. Midnight's morning, right? I mean, like, that's... Like, yeah. It is morning for some people. It is morning for some people. But happy Memorial Day, everybody. If you're American, I hope you had a nice day off today. Okay? I hope you got a lot done today. Okay? Sorry, guys, I'm posting to my Instagram. Oh my god, I'm live! Yeah. Yeah, but I hope you guys had a fun holiday. If you're American, if you're European, you should celebrate Memorial Day because you'll be a part of America one day. No. Yeah, To all the people from other countries watching right now, you better be prepared. Donald Trump is gonna annex you guys. And then American freedom will be everywhere. Yay! Wow! Wow, that's totally gonna happen. Yeah! Yeah, chat. Yeah. Yeah. How do we feel about that? Yeah. 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 Everybody loves America and everybody wants to be America. So that's like true. That's like I didn't make that up, you know? Like I wouldn't joke about something like that. We're not free anymore. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, to some extent, was America ever really free? I mean, if you know about American history, you know America was not all about freedom, okay? For like half of our history, we very much enslaved a lot of people and we killed and took a lot of Native American land. So yeah, which guys, I'm streaming on stolen land right now. Yeah. That one was for that would also thank you for the floating hearts. Thank you for the 10 jewels. Yeah, that was for my woke chatters out there, okay? Um yeah. Memorial Day, well, honors all those who died in war, so it could be for any country. Memorial Day? Is Memorial Day just I thought it was just an American thing. I thought I thought Memorial Day was just a yeah. Uh Anybody read the 14th Amendment? You're thinking of the 13th Amendment. The 13th Amendment is the amendment that allows people to still be enslaved if they are prisoners. Um but yeah. So chat. Woke people in the Pappy the First stream. That's crazy. I know. I know. It's almost like the trans woman has built up an audience of fellow gay and transgender people that watch her stream. Huh. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? Do you guys say think or thunk? I say thunk. I don't know. Thunk sounds better. Like thunk 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 is like better. Yeah. The 14th Amendment is the amendment that allows citizenship if you're born in the US through naturalization. That's not related to slavery. You can also move to a different country and denounce your US citizenship. You don't have to live in America. Um yeah. Are you a dom top? Uh I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. I have like a couple thousand subs. And by subs, I mean subscribers. So, but no, her name is Zoe, not a Dom. Okay, I'm kind of disappointed in you. You guys don't think, you guys don't think that I would be a Dom. Kind of disappointed. Wow. 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 Are you gay? Yes. Defo not. Hmm. I don't know. It's funny that you guys think I'm a sub. Uh, but is that a Twilight shirt? It is. It is a Team Edward shirt. I'm actually Team Alice though. Okay, Alice should have. Alice should have been with with Bella. Okay. Okay. Oh, you're on YouTube now as well? Yeah. Yeah. I stream on YouTube because then people from YouTube chat come from YouTube into the Twitch chat. Um, and then they realize, wait, the Twitch chat is funnier. Plus, now I feel hotter. Now I'm hotter all of a sudden. I've gone up like 10 points in attractiveness, and like, whoa, I'm actually like super smart now. That's true. That's true. The people who chat in Twitch are on average smarter individuals. Smarter, hotter, sexier, funnier individuals, okay? Yeah. You look like clavicular. Yeah, I get that quite a bit. Guys, I actually am clavicular. I don't know if you guys know this, but, have you ever seen me and clavicular live at the same time? No, no. Because turns out I actually am clavicular, you guys. Yeah, yeah. When I'm not looks maxing, Chad maxing, okay, serving time in court, I'm a transgender woman on the internet. Yep. Yep, I am clavicular, guys. Congratulations. Prove it? Again. What if I go to... Okay, if I go to kick and he's live, it's gonna kind of fuck up. It's gonna kind of fuck up everything that I had planned. Okay, it's gonna mess up. It's gonna mess up.
I can't believe it.
Oh my god, XQC is live. Yeah. Yeah, obviously.
You realize, like...
Also, thank you for the follow, Galactic QR. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, me and Clavicular are never live at the same time, you guys. Because me and Clavicular are the same person. Before I used Twitch, I was a broke boy, but now after using Twitch, I'm a broke girl. My life is much better now. Yeah. And that YouTube chatters, that's what you could be. That's what you could be. Do you allow religion in your chat? What do you mean by that? Like I guess, sure. But like if you're gonna be someone that's gonna be like, I'm praying for you, I'm gonna be like, the Automod's gonna get you, because yeah. Chinzit has its own channel. It's not a zit. It's because I burned it the other day. I was eating soup, and I tilted the spoon too early, and the hot soup out of the microwave fell on my chin. So it's actually a burn mark. It's not a pimple. It's not a zit. It's a burn mark. Like, it hurts too. It's more of like a scab. It's kind of like scabbed over. I'm surprised it hasn't blistered yet. It'll probably blister tomorrow, but I didn't burn off zits, guys. I didn't. It's not. Yeah. Also, welcome in, first time chatter. Your room setup is super cute. Thank you. I try to keep my room setup looking pretty cute, pretty nice. Hail Satan. Thank you. Amen. All hail the High Lord Satan. Yay! Yeah! Actually, don't hail Satan. I'm atheist, so, yeah. Also, welcome. Oh, well, first time chatter, you already followed. The Pansexual Pride. Did you guys know that Satanists are atheists too? Satanism and atheism are similar, but they're not the same thing. There are Satanists that are atheists, but it's not worshiping Satan. It's more of like anti-Christianity. But r/atheism is the worst thing to happen to atheism. That's actually so true. Bro. Okay, okay. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I when I was growing up, I was watching the atheist videos and occasionally browsing the r/atheism subreddits. Okay, because when I was like 12, my favorite thing to do, because my parents made me go to Sunday school, is every single Sunday I would argue with the religious ed teacher on theology. It was like my favorite thing to do. Okay, and then I argued with faction logic a little too hard and made one of the teachers cry, and then my parents never sent me back. So W me, W me. Okay, W atheist. Okay, wait. W atheism. Atheism wins again. Yep. Yeah, so W atheism. Do you pull chicks? Yeah. I do. I do. I actually do. Yeah, I had coitus with your mother last night. Uh no, but I do pull women. Yo, what is your snap? I am 24 years old. You are asking for my snap? If you're okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. If you are over the age of 18 and you have a Snapchat, what is wrong with you? You're weird. You're weird. It's wild the amount of guys that it's always guys. It's always guys that I'll match with on dating apps, and they'll be like 26 and they'll be like, yo, girl, what's your snap? You're asking me, a 24-year-old woman who hasn't used Snap since I was a freshman in high school, for my Snapchat? Get the fuck out of here, dude. Get out of here, okay? The only reason that someone as an adult is using Snapchat is if they're a pedo or if they're sending nudes. Okay? Neither of which I want to be involved with, okay? Okay, I have not used Snapchat since I was 14. I'm not going to be like, "Oh yeah, let me re-download it" as a 24-year-old, a fully grown-ass adult with an almost fully formed frontal cortex. Let me re-download Snapchat. What the fuck? Like, your eyelashes are splendid. Thank you. Thank you. I have Snap. Well, if you're an adult and you have Snap, this is the time you should delete it, okay? If you're an adult and you have Snap and your excuse is like, "Well, I use it to send like my two friends on Snap messages," text them. Call them. Okay? Talk to them like a normal adult, okay? Don't send a fucking stupid ass photo of your forehead where it's like a forehead photo and then you're like, "Okay," and then a dumbass message. Text them, or call them like a normal adult. Okay, like please, please, please. If you're an adult and you're in my chat and you use Snapchat, stop. Are you trans? Yes, I am trans. Transgender. I hardly know. Yeah. Drug dealers use Snap too. That is true. But like if you're not on like a like phone number basis with your plug, I don't know, kind of L, bro. Kind of L. Kind of L. Honestly, to be honest, I've never had a plug. uh like I don't think I've ever bought weed illegally. Well, I guess it's still like federally illegal, but like in my state it's legal. So it's like like the only like I guess I've gotten weed, but like it's always been from like a legal source, you know? Like it's always been from like a store. Also, thank you, Cree Dance. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Uh Zoe, what's your Lego lifer so I can add you as a friend? What the fuck is Lego life? What is Lego life? Dog, that's not a real thing. Okay, if I search this up, Lego Life. What the hell is Lego Life? Yeah, guys, I don't have a Lego Life. Bro asking me for the Lego Life social media. Girl, how are you always gorgeous? Well, I made a deal with this guy called Satan. But the best advice I can give you is if you're MTF, eyebrows. Okay, learn how to do your eyebrows. It makes a world of a difference in face shape. And find a hairstyle that works for you. Find a good hairstylist. Okay. I've never heard of Lego Life. It was my first time hearing of it too. Yo, do you think there's like Lego Life influencers? Now that I now that I know about it. Do you think there's kids on Lego Life that are like, yeah, I'm a Lego Life influencer. Yeah, I'll be posting my Lego builds. I'll be making all kinds of money. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, but I think it's dead now. Rip, rip, rip. Guide to eyebrows, please. Okay. If you want to find out what eyebrows, okay, first you gotta find out what face shape you have. You gotta figure out like what do you want your eyebrows to look like? Like what style are you going for? Okay. And then you get like you can either like wax them or I use like an eyebrow like razor. And like I shape my eyebrows that way. Okay. Um, but eyebrows make a huge difference. Yeah. Um, uh, 2022 best year for you, right? Nah, 2026 the best year for me. To be honest, I think 2026 has been like the most enjoyable year of my life. Like honestly, moving and making new friends and being in a new area and like I don't know, being at where I'm at in my life, I don't know, it feels I'm like I'm excited for next year and the years to come, you know? Um yeah. Uh more than 1778. Oh, I mean, my favorite year was probably like 1776. Like that was a goated year for me. Like I remember like sailing across the Potomac with George. Some of you guys might know him as George Washington. But I remember like sailing across the Potomac and he was like standing on the edge of the ship like we're going to go beat up those British and those Dutch on Christmas morning and they're never going to expect it. And I was like, "Yo, that's cool, George, but like, could we have least opened presents like before sailing across the river?" But he was like, "No, we'll open them when we get back." So, like, it was a little bit of a late Christmas that year, but like, cool. George. Besides like owning slaves and like his teeth was like a okay dude. You know, you know, like okay dude, George Washington. Yeah. Uh, but yeah, we didn't even get to like open presents till we like captured all the British and the Dutch, bro. Kind of lame. Kind of lame. Um, you all the best. Yeah. Yeah. We should name a state after him. Yo, what if we named like the capital after him? Like what if we called like the capital like Washington? Like maybe Washington, but then we like call it the district of I don't know, maybe like a foreign country from like South like Central no, South America and we call it like District of Columbia, but like we all refer to it as like Washington. Do you guys think that would be a cool idea? I think that's a pretty good idea. Hello, Pappy. Welcome in. Welcome in. What age on HRT? I started HRT after, like, shortly after turning 19. I came out at 18. Um, but I was on like oral, like pills until about like a year and a half ago. I switched to injections like a year and a half ago. Um, and I would say if you're trans, especially if you're a trans woman, okay, you should be you should either be on like patches or injections. Those are the ones that work the best. I was thinking Trip Guler for the follow. Because, like, taking oral estrogen, it's not the best for your liver long term. And also, a lot of it gets converted into estrace. And, like, what I noticed was, like, on, like, the estrogen pills, like the estradiol pills, I would notice my energy levels, like, like an hour after I took one would go up, but then it would just, like go down like throughout the rest of the day. I feel like the injections I feel much more consistent in like my like hormone regulation, I guess. Yeah. Can Satan help with that too with estrogen? Yeah. Yeah, Satan's my estrogen dealer. What's your dose? I don't want to talk about my injection dose. Because like everyone's injection dose is very different depending on your body type, and like what works for your body. Whereas like I can tell you the oral I was 6 milligrams a day was my oral. Um, when I was on oral, it was 6 milligrams a day. I would take a dose at 8:30, 3:30, and then again at 8:30. Um, yeah, but injections, I do my injections every Saturday morning. Yeah. Who lives in South Canada? Do people actually live in Canada? I don't know. Kind of crazy. Do you guys know that people live in Canada? Can you overdose on it? On like estrogen? Yes. If you take too much of the hormone or take it wrong, it can cause depends what method you're doing it with, but it cause like can cause like liver or like blood issues is usually what happens if you take too much. Trans doesn't exist. Then how would you explain me?
You're
Um
disgusting. I feel bad for your family.
oh guys, I'm disgusting. That's crazy. Yeah. My family doesn't feel bad for me though. So yeah. You had to give me $2 to say that. Hey, I'll take the money any day. I'll take the money any day. Bro, the transphobes getting muted, so they have to send me money to get their messages through. Ooh, man. That's pretty good. Thank you for the $2 though. Appreciate it. Yeah. You look cute, thank you. Vote for the cat girl. Oh, true, true. Oh, let me post that in the YouTube chat. Vote for the cat girl outfit. We'll see the people fill out the Google Forms. At least 3 people live there in Canada. Can you do the ooh woo in a girl voice? Ooh woo. I just did it in my native voice. Yeah, here's $2 so I can get 5 seconds of attention. Yeah. They mean you smell not that transgender. What? What are you saying, Disfigured Ghoul? Transphobia is difficult. I don't think. I don't know. I've been trans on the internet, like openly trans on the internet for so long. I've seen everything. I've seen everything. It's really only the creative comments that get to me. Like it's the creative comments where I'm like, wow, you You spent time thinking about the hate comment. That's like when I get the, oh, you're a man. Oh, you'll never be a woman. Oh, I bet your parents are disappointed. I'm like, boo, boo. Heard it 10 million times. Okay, boring. Boring. Okay. But every once in a while, I'll get one that's like, yeah. Uh, I don't even know how to, like, word it. Sometimes, every once in a while, a transphobe will be so eloquent with their words that I'm like, damn, they got my ass. Shit. Also, thank you, Choco Minji for the follow. Thank you very much for the follow on Twitch. Casual transphobia versus competitive. Yeah, some of you guys are bronze rank transphobes, okay? Some of y'all need to level up to like grandmaster transphobes, okay? Um like some of y'all need to up your transphobia, okay? Some of y'all need to get a little more creative with it, a little more inventive with it. Single mother? No, my parents have been married for 33 years now. Wow. So shout out to my parents, shout out to my mom, and shout out to my dad. Um, I would tell you, you look like you have a peanut allergy, but you don't. And I'm not a liar, guys. I don't have a peanut allergy. I don't have any allergy. I don't have any food allergy. Ah. Okay, I don't have any food allergy. I don't have any I don't have any sort of allergy. I'm kind of goated like that. Actually that's not true. I do have like skin allergies. Most like I have to use like the super sensitive detergent. Um Otherwise my skin breaks out in hives. But other than that, I don't have any allergies. So kind of based in buggers. Um yeah. I wish I had hair like yours. Yeah. My hair is pretty awesome. I shampoo, conditioner, hair oil on the ends, then I blow dry. But yeah. Um, I thought this dude just says, trans, trans doesn't exist. But see, like, if trans people don't exist, then how am I here? You know, like for real, like, on God, like no cap, no cap. Like, how am I here right now? You know. Are you trans? If so, why? Yeah, I'm trans. Why? Because I am. Um, yeah. How do you not make your hair frizzy? Mine's always frizzy. That's probably just hair texture. I um do you and your sister fight over who's hotter? No, because I'm hotter. No. But my hair doesn't really get frizzy. I feel like my hair usually gets really flat. Um, I don't know. I have a very fine hair texture. But I know if you have frizzy hair, there's things that you can get to make it less frizzy. I just don't know because I don't know. Name a car for an edit. Ooh, let's do a 1997 Honda Civic. Specifically, a green one. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I want to see a car out of. Also, thank you for the 10 jewels. When did you become trans? Like, you mean when did I come out? I came out when I was 18. Um, but if you're asking when did I recognize that I was trans, probably when I was like 16. Um, yeah. Um, ah, um, yeah. How was your day today? I woke up. I did not sleep well last night. So I woke up and then I got up for like maybe 2 hours and then I was like, I'm tired. And then I went back to sleep. And then I woke up again and then I took a like full body, like hair, everything shower. And then you gotta be kidding me. Okay, give me one moment. Another panel fell! You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Hold up, chat. Okay. Here we go. But yeah, so that's, yeah. Yeah. Bro, why are we, Tucker Carlson is a saint and Candace Owens is a goddess? Bro. Oh my god, you donated how much money? Also, thank you, you rich as hell. Thank you, Jay, for the $20
Jaden
tip.
Ilby donated $19.97.
A green
A
one?
green one.
Yeah. They're all green. They're all green. Okay. But like, why did chatter talk about Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson? Do you guys ever think like, I think Tucker Carlson definitely knows his audience and definitely like plays up the conspiracy theories a little bit. I feel like Candace Owens actually believes like the conspiracies that she pushes. I think Candace Owens actually does think that Erica Kirk is like a Mossad agent that's working for Israel and that Israel assassinated Charlie Kirk. You know? I think Tucker says crazy stuff just because he knows his audience will eat it up. But I feel like Candace says crazy stuff and that's actually what she believes, you know? I love a crazy woman. Gotta shout out to crazy women out there. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. If you're trans, does that mean you like boys? I like both. I like both sides. Okay, call me bipartisan supporter. I'm nervous about socially transitioning. Can you give me any advice? I think you can take small steps first without even coming out to anyone. Like you can experiment with hair, clothing, makeup. But honestly, sometimes you just gotta do it. Like, I don't know. For me, it got to the point where I was like, okay, I can like live miserably, like regret, like I can live a miserable life, or I can like transition and do what's best for me. Best choice I ever made. So, yeah. Here's another question. What kind of music do you listen to? I feel like I get asked this question a lot, but I listen to a lot of different music. I've been listening to the new JPEG Mafia album. Been listening to some SZA recently. Been listening to the Veronicas recently. But like in terms of music, I like a lot of different music. But yeah. A Democrat, vegan, lesbian cheese. I would eat that. I would eat a Democrat. Honestly, vegan cheese is kind of fucked up. Like, I don't know. Every single time I've had vegan cheese, I'm like, this is weird. This is weird and I don't like it. You know? I don't know. Vegan cheese, because it just like, it doesn't really taste like cheese, but it has the texture of cheese. And I'm like, I don't know how to feel about this. Do you like Panic at the Disco? Yes, only old Panic at the Disco though. New Panic at the Disco is not it. Okay. because it's just like Brandon Urie now. Brandon Urie, I read Urie all the time. Yeah. 9/11 was an inside job. I don't. Okay, cool. Thank you for sharing, chatter. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. 6-7 lesbian yeast cheese. Bro is obsessed with the lesbian vegan cheese. Yeah. Yeah. Also, welcome in. Welcome in. The new ERA album is really good. I think it's the only album I don't know what that is. I don't know what ERA is. Oh, it's a metal artist. Yeah. Yeah. But my favorite music group of all time is Brockhampton. AG Club put out a new single, which is good, which means they're probably gonna put out an album soon. Yippee! Yippee! I think the last AG Club album was in like 2024, 2025. I love AG Club. Yeah, because they put out a single 18 days ago. Yeah, their last album was 2 years ago, which was a good album. Yeah. Yeah. Are you trans? Question mark. I don't support. Thank you. Thank you for your support, chatter. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah. You look gorgeous, queen. Where's your castle at? Antarctica. I'm an Antarctic native, born and raised Antarctic. Live in Antarctica. South Pole for life, baby. South Pole, yeah. Yeah, nice shirt. Yeah, I do got the Edward shirt on today. Edward? More like Squidward. Do ice fishing? Guys, I don't know if you've ever been to Antarctica. Okay, if I was gonna ice fish, I'd have to drill through like hundreds of feet of like rock hard ice in freezing cold weather. Guys, this ice fishing is, you don't do that in Antarctica. Also, it's a landmass. I don't know why you guys think that there's water under Antarctica. You guys are thinking of the North Pole. Okay? Talking about the South Pole, okay? Also, thank you for the follow. I love my husband. Thank you for the follow. I love my husband. Does your husband know you're here right now? But thank you for the follow on Twitch. That was very goated with the sauce. Yeah. Do you support Trump? Nope. Every single election I've been able to vote, I have voted against Trump. I have never been and never will be a fan of Trump. Day one, when he walked down that escalator, I instantly was like, I don't like this man. I don't like how he talks about people. I don't like how he talks about women. I don't like how he talks about immigrants. I don't like how he talks about everyday people. I don't like how much money he's stealing from our government to enrich himself and his family. I don't like how corrupt he is. I don't like how ugly he is. I don't like him. I don't like him. Electrolysis or laser? I have never had either. But electrolysis is permanent. Laser is semi-permanent. Do you speak English in the South Pole? Yeah. English, yeah, guys. There's multiple bases in the South Pole that speak English, okay? There's Australian bases, there's American bases in Australia, okay? Clearly you guys don't know about the people that live in Australia. Or not Australia. the South Pole. Sometimes I think it'd be cool to live in Australia, but then I think about all like the but then I think about all the like creepy crawly like snakes and spiders and all the poisonous stuff in Australia. Do you speak Antarcticese? Yeah, I do. I hate when I think of the North Pole instead of Antarctica. For real, for real. I keep saying I live in Antarctica, and then you guys are like, the North Pole? Ice fishing? Guys, Antarctica's a landmass, okay? That's covered in a thick glacier, okay? Clearly, you guys know nothing about Antarctica, and it kind of shows. Yeah. Everything in Australia is backwards. That is true. You guys know that an upside down cake in Australia is actually just called a right side up cake? Yeah, same thing in South America. Like it's not it's actually called a right side up cake. Like isn't that crazy? You know? Like like Australians whenever they cook like they look up a recipe for like what we would call an upside down pineapple cake. They would type in right side up cake. Favorite marsupial? Possum. Easy, easy, easy. Okay, I have let me show off. You want to talk about favorite marsupial? You want to talk about favorite marsupial? I got one on my keychain. Okay, I keep it on my keychain so that I can find it in my big ass bag. So yeah, my favorite marsupial. Wow, chat. Wow, isn't that so cool? Isn't that so awesome? Isn't that so amazing? Wow. Show us the shrimp on the barbie. I tried to do an Australian accent reading that, and it did not work out. Yeah. Yeah. OMG, your rallet is adorable. I know you're talking about the rallet on my bed, but like, this ain't a rallet, bro. This is a possum. That's a possum. Possum, more like awesome. Also, thank you, Matt Johns, for the follow on Twitch, and thank you that Pan B Boy for the follow on Twitch as well. Hair is goals. Thank you. I hope you love your husband. I love my husband and one X1 ooh. Wow. I'm glad you love your husband. That's pretty cool. My favorite's a wombat. Interesting pick. What's your opinion on probasic monkeys? I have no idea what that is. Google time! Time to learn more! Yippee! Oh, they have like they're the monkeys with the penis nose. That's what a marsupial monkey is. Yeah, they're the monkeys with the penis nose. Let me show chatters real quick. This is the monkey with the penis nose. Penis nose monkey. Wow. Bro's just chilling. Honestly. Chill. I think monkeys are kind of chill. Yeah. Yeah. So, you're naturally pretty, or have you had some cosmetic? I've not had any cosmetic surgeries. Shout out to Estrogen. Based in Poggers. Okay, I'm zooming in a little bit. It's a little zoomed out. But, yeah. How did you get your voice? It's my voice. I haven't really, like, done any voice training or anything. I don't know, because I like my voice, so... but also, welcome in, first-time chatter. Welcome in, DeFerrell Guy. Welcome in. Yeah. What animal would you want to be? If I was an animal, I'd be a mako shark. Easy answer. Easy answer. Next. Okay, mako sharks are the coolest sharks. Okay, let's be real. Mako sharks are pretty awesome. Yeah. What city on? I don't live in Australia. I mean, we were talking about Australia, but like I do not live in Australia. Yeah. What animal why a mako shark? Because they're cool. Have you ever seen a mako shark? They're just like they're a shark, dude. I want to be a shark. Okay? I look at a mako shark and I go, wow. They're one of like the fastest sharks in the ocean, right? They like look at it. Like it's cool. Like you're gonna tell me that's not a cool shark? You're gonna tell me that's not a cool shark? That's a pretty awesome shark, dude. I mean, most sharks are pretty awesome. So, but like you're gonna tell me that's not an awesome ass shark? That's an awesome ass shark, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Okay? It's a sick shark, okay? Awesome shark, okay? Very shark-like, okay? What's up with its teeth? That's how sharks look, guys. That's how sharks' teeth look, you know? They got the like bro, honestly, orthodontists should start marketing to sharks. Orthodontists could make so much money if they were just like, yeah, we'll fix up your teeth, your crooked teeth, sharks. You want to be a shark lady. I already am a shark lady. I love sharks. Okay? I don't know. Sharks are cool. I love shark movies though. I'm a shark movie fanatic. Okay? You can ask me about a shark movie, chances are I may have already seen it. Chances are, okay? Yeah. I love sharks. Sharks only eat women. Not true. Shark fear is overblown, okay? People are so afraid of sharks, but sharks only kill, like, on average, 13 people a year worldwide, which, considering they're one of the main ocean predators, like sharks are not that deadly. Like there's things that you should be way more scared of. Like there's like dogs kill more people, like 100 times more people than sharks do each year. Like dogs, horses, cows. Those are like some of the deadliest animals to human. Yeah. But no one's like, "Oh my god, I'm afraid of a dog." But everyone's like, "Oh my god, sharks, so scary." Okay, as long as you don't fuck with the shark, you're probably going to be fine. Okay? Have you seen goblin sharks? Yeah, I have. Yeah. I'm a big fan of Goblin. Goblin these nuts. Ow! Okay. Yeah. 10 out of 10 joke. They're gonna put me. They're gonna want me in the comedy, bro. They're gonna want me to perform at the mothership with those kinds of jokes, guys. Yeah, Joe Rogan about to hit me up, say, "Come on the podcast." I'll be like, Joe. I can't. Can't. Sorry. More horses have died to hungry people than people to horses. Yeah, but horses kill hundreds of people each year. Like if you get kicked by a horse, like, or fall off a horse, you're probably gonna die. Or not probably gonna die. You might die. There are people that survive it, but you know, them horses. Yeah. Where are you from? Antarctica. Joe Rogan would never have you on. Would never let a person like you on. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's kind of. I'm kind of. See, so chatter. What I'm doing is something called a joke, a riff, creative ideas. So it's a joke. Clearly, you wouldn't understand that because you're a Joe Rogan watcher, so you don't know what a good joke is if it were to hit you in the face. But I'm sorry I had to explain what a joke is to you. Yeah. You should grow a beard. I can't. Like I've never had facial hair like in my life. Like I can show you my pre-transition photos. Like I transitioned early enough to where I don't have to shave. So like what's a joke? It's just it's like a funny thing. So like a joke is like someone says like, "Hey, do you know what Sugma is?" And you go, "What's Sugma?" And then you go, Sugma balls." That's like what a joke is. Or a joke is like, "Why'd the chicken cross the road?" And then they go, "Why did the chicken cross the road?" And you said, and then you say, to get to the other side. And then everyone's like, "Ah!" Oh my god, what a funny joke. Or you say a joke, you're like, yeah. How early did you transition? I came out at 18, but I started transitioning right after turning 19. So, like, hormones. I have a dark joke if you like dark humor. You guys want to hear a dark joke? You guys want to hear a dark joke? Yeah, you guys aren't going to be ready for this kind of dark joke. Yeah. You guys hear about that dark joke? It's about nighttime. Do you guys get it? Do you guys get it? Because the night is dark. Nighttime is dark. So I just told a dark joke because I was like, yeah. Do you feel different after transitioning? Did you lose IQ? No, I actually gained IQ because once I came out, they were like, "You're a girl now, so you have to go to college to get more knowledge." And I was like, "Cool." They pretty much like I was getting ready to be sent to Jupiter to get more stupider, but then they were like, "Oh, we're actually rerouting the course. You're going to college to get more knowledge." And I was like, "Cool, cool." So yeah, transitioning boosted my IQ. Um. Yeah. Uh. You're tall and still can't dunk. I'm 7'12" and I can dunk. I'm offended that you would think I can't dunk at 7'12". I'm literally a former NBA pro, so I don't know what you guys are talking about. You guys know, guys ever heard of LeBron James? Spoilers, that was me. That was me, guys. Wow. Okay, that was. Also, farewell, disfigured ghoul. Farewell. But yeah. Did you lose friends when you transitioned? I didn't really have friends before I transitioned. Um, to be honest, I did not really have friends before I transitioned. I mean, besides online friends, but like I drifted apart from them not because I transitioned, but when I stopped playing Destiny 2. Um, because like most of my online friends that I played video games with were like I played Destiny 2 with. Um, that's so sad. I mean, yeah, it's kind of sad that I didn't have friends like but I don't know, for me it was very hard to make friends. Like I don't know, pre-transition it was very hard for me to make friends cuz I felt like I couldn't be myself. Um cuz like from a very young age if I did ever show myself, I was bullied pretty relentlessly by the people around me. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to like be who you are, you know. Um but then like once I started transitioning, I feel like now that I've transitioned, it's a lot easier for me to make friends and socialize with people because I feel like I don't have to like pretend to be something I'm not, you know? Like I can just be me and like yeah. What made you want to transition? Like what do you mean by like want to transition? I guess like what made me want to transition was I felt like I don't know, like I don't know how to really explain like I don't know, I felt miserable. Um like miserable about my body, miserable about like the way I felt I had to perform in society, the way I felt like I couldn't be myself around people. And like yeah, but and it felt like if I for me it was like if I didn't transition, I don't think I'd be here right now, you know? But like I've said before, I think transitioning is the best life decision I've ever made in my life. So I'm very happy that I transitioned. I'm very fortunate to have a family that um, is supportive and like like I uh, and I yeah. So I'm very I feel very good about my life right now. I feel like transitioning has made my life better in every single aspect. Um, socially, like I don't know, I was very much like struggling before coming out. So, um, with like heavy depression, eating disorders, but yeah, um, haven't dealt with any of that in a while, so it's a good thing. Um, I've seriously questioned my gender since I was 5, and then in 2024 it finally clicked. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I always like felt that something was off. And like I don't know, it's kind of interesting because it's like other people definitely saw it too. Like in elementary school, I was and middle school, I was bullied a lot for being quote unquote too feminine. Um, but now looking back at that, W Mog W transition. Thank you, Turtle Duck. Goated comment. Um, yeah, but I don't know. I think transitioning is the best decision I've ever made in my life. And since I started transitioning like 6 years ago, I haven't regretted it a single day in my life. Um, I think too, like with transitioning, I think the longer I would have waited, the more I would have regretted not doing it earlier. Um, what's your favorite part about transitioning? Um, that I feel like me now. Because I don't know, it felt like before transitioning, it felt like I was living someone else's life. If that explain, like I don't know, like it didn't feel like I was able to be me. So I guess that's my favorite part of transitioning is feeling like I'm able to be me and express myself in the way that I want to express myself. So, um, mental illness isn't funny. Get some help. Well, buddy, I'll have you know that I've gone to 2 psychologists, like 5 different therapists in my lifetime, and 1 psychiatrist. So I have gotten help. I've also gone to a doctor as well, and hormones are what works for me. So, yeah. You might not want to hear that if you're a transphobe, but you can look at the scientific studies. The best way to deal with trans people is to give them hormones and affirm their gender. That's, um, yeah. You were abused as a child. I wasn't though. I wasn't. Um, yeah. Devious person deals with gender dysphoria. Well, don't win a sports game. Yeah. Uh, your hair keeps getting longer and longer. That is how hair works. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Are you attracted to Latina girls? I'm attracted to women of all races and ethnicity, and all men of different ethnicities. Um, as long as you're hot and fun to talk to, I don't care what race or gender you are or ethnicity. Also, thank you, Sparky Bubbles, for the follow on Twitch. Thank you very much for the follow on Twitch. Um, yeah. I still can't get over Shadow's comment. Your hair keeps getting longer and longer. Yeah. Me when I'm like, why is my hair growing, guys? Yeah. Hair getting longer and longer. Yeah. Are you trans? Yes, I am. So, if you drink too much milk or orange juice, you will need to shit. Interesting. I did not know that. Thank you. Thank you, Chatter. That's a. What do you mean by if you drink too much milk or orange juice? Like, are you meaning like if you're hydrated, then you will? Because like if you're hydrated, yeah, you'll shit. But like, um, I see you want to be a woman, but I'm also attracted to men. So I'm attracted to both sides. Not just attracted to men. I'm also attracted to women and men. Uh, I don't know. I feel like my bisexuality is interesting because sometimes I'm like more into women at like a given time, but other times I'm way more into men at a given time. I feel like usually what happens is I go on a date with a man and then I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to dating women, and then I go on a date with a woman and I'm like, yeah, I'll go back to dating men, and then it just keeps flip flopping. Bro, I'm like bisexual maxing, I guess. Bisexual maxing? Maybe. Yeah. Bisexual maxing. Yeah. She won't read yaoi though. I didn't say I wouldn't read yaoi. I just don't really like reading yaoi, you know? Like, I don't know. I just like, I don't know. I don't really care for yaoi. Yeah. So how can you make a partner feel comfortable? Oh, I make my partners feel real comfortable. Let's just say, I'm pretty good in bed. Yeah, if you want to know how good I am in bed, just ask your mom. She knows. And your dad. Ask your mom, your dad. Yeah, they know how good I am in bed. Read a Bible. Read the Bible. Guys, I let me show you guys my Bible. Hold up. I'm grabbing my Bible. What the fuck is it? Okay, there. Sorry guys. I'm grabbing my Bible. I'm grabbing my Bible to prove to you Christians that I read the Bible. Okay? Okay? Are you Christians ready? Okay, well some of you guys aren't Christians, but okay. Okay, for the people that are like, you need to read a Bible. Then what's this? What's this? Look at that, chat. What is that? Oh, what? Is that a Bible I see? Oh my god. It is a Bible. Wow, guys. What a Bible. Yeah, and you guys said, oh, she probably doesn't even read the Bible. Proof that I read the Bible. Yeah. So that's not the Bible. This is my Bible though. So Leviticus 20:30. This is the floor elevator. Or wait, no, 20. You said 20. Sorry. 20 is the super stopwatch, guys. 20 is the super stopwatch. So yeah. So I do in fact read the Bible. Yeah. Bro, I know all the Christians in YouTube chat. That's not the Bible. That's not the Bible. That's not the Bible. Oh my god. Looks like a Bible to me. Thank you, chatter. Thank you. Are you trans? Yes. Yeah. So blasphemy. Yeah. You are popular, Pappy. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah. You're possessed. I am. A demon has possessed me. You're right. A demon possessed me and told me to be transgender and to spread the transgender agenda and social contagion around. Yep. Guys, I was contracted by Satan to do that. So yeah. So I did do that. In the Bible, when Moses needed to part the sea, he uses a super stopwatch to stop the sea from moving. Yeah. Also, thank you, Sato Blade, for the raid. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. If you don't know who I am, I'm probably the first. I'm funny, hot, gay, evil, transgender, woke, Joe Biden, former, because Joe Biden, I'm not a current Joe Biden supporter. I voted for Joe Biden, I guess. Evil, Democrat, leftist, woke, transgender, pretty much everything that they're afraid of on Fox News. That's me. Everything that they're afraid of on Fox News is basically what I am. So, yeah. Also that one sour water guy, thank you for the follow. Yeah. You're Hassan Piker. I'm actually worse than Hassan Piker. Okay? Okay, because Hassan Piker, at least Hassan Piker is a white guy. Okay? Hassan Piker is not transgender. Hassan Piker is not gay. Okay? You know? He is a Muslim, though, so that is pretty scary to Fox News watchers. But welcome in, Pair Gaming, welcome in, first time chatter. Hassan isn't white. Yeah, he is. Hassan's Muslim, but he's white. He calls himself white. like, what are we talking about? Yes. Chatter, I am a trans woman, yes. Yeah. Yeah, I'll pray for you, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Pray for my come up. Pray for my come up, okay? Pray for me to rise to the top of the Twitch directory. Please, please. Please, I pray for the come up. You fart? No, that's my follower sound effect when someone follows on Twitch. That's the sound effect that plays when someone follows me on Twitch. Only in America. Amen. Yeah, I love the freedom, baby. Love America. Love America. Um, um, yeah. That's not what we're praying for. Oh, you're praying for my come up on YouTube. Because you guys are YouTube chatters. Okay, I get it now. You guys are praying for my come up on YouTube. Okay, I would be successful on both Twitch and YouTube. You know, like that's cool. You know, that's like, I'll pray to Satan for you, babes. Thanks. I already got a pretty nice contract with the guy. So, there's no sound effects. They are lying. Okay, but there is. Next time someone follows, you'll hear this. You'll hear the fart sound effect. Yeah, so this is what Clav does in his free time. Yeah, have you ever seen me and Clav live at the same time? Like I keep saying, me and Clav are the same person. Yep. Yep, me and Clavicular are the same person. Yeah, when Clavicular goes offline, he actually becomes a trans woman and streams on Twitch TV. Like I don't know what to tell you guys. At least you claim your love for America. I love America. Okay? Do I like our president? Do I like our current president? Do I like the Democrats or the Republicans? No. Do I love America? Hell yes I do. Hell yes I do. Okay? I love the red, white, and blue. Okay? Okay? I just wish our country wasn't run by such dipshits who only cater, who go to the highest bidder. Okay? Yeah. So, yeah. Get out of my country. Where would I go, though? Like, where would I go? Like where would I go? Yeah. Yeah. Refollowed for the noise test. Look, I will play. Okay. See, guys, I replayed one of the follower alerts so I can prove to you guys that the follower alert plays that it be farting. Follower alert be farting, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Why didn't you vote for Cornel West? Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that? Yeah. So yeah. 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 Did you become trans because you were weak AF? Yeah. Yeah, I transitioned so I could beat women in sports. I transitioned so I could be a college athlete, guys. Yeah. Yeah. You guys ever heard of Leah Thomas? That's her now. This is her now. I'm not. Yep, guys. Yep, I transitioned just so I could beat every single cis woman in sports. Okay, I can run a 5 second mile. Okay. Um. Yeah. Um. Yeah, I can run like a 5 second mile in like 2 seconds. So yeah, I'm like the fastest runner in the world. It's because I take estrogen, and it's what gives me the biological advantage as a trans woman. Yep, guys, beat everyone at sports. Yeah. Um. But you probably transitioned for the views. I transitioned before I had any following, but I assure you, I did not transition for the views. Um. Uh. But uh, run a sub 5 mile. Yeah, I can run it in sub 2 minutes. Guys, I have the I don't run in competitions because like I would beat everyone, male and female, because I have that transgender biological advantage. So like back in my prime, I was a Pappy mod, also 8 months on estrogen for me. Well, Sato, you removed your mod. I remember I came on the Twitch one day and you removed your mod. I was like, why'd she do that? But your hair is pretty Earth. It's not a weird thing to say. That's like perfectly fine. Yeah. She just washed it today. Yeah, I washed it. First, I took my first shower in 6 months today. Yep. Yep. 6 months ago. 6 months ago, I took a shower. But then today, I also took a shower. First shower, 6 months. Yeah. You know, it's better for you if you only shower like once a year, but I shower twice a year. You know, so yeah, so yeah, I can't remove mod from myself. Okay, do you want me to give you mod back, Sato? Probably not. Um, I opposed Asmongold showers, who showers often. Guys, the less you shower, the higher your power level goes. Like, the better you'll be at competitive video games, okay? I shit you not, okay? As soon as I stopped showering, I started climbing in Overwatch, guys. I'm telling you, the correlation is there. They need to do the scientific research. Yeah. Yeah. That's why your hair is greasy. No, I washed it today. I washed my hair today, guys. I took my first shower in 7 months today. Not sure. Showering also helps sadness maxing. I wasn't sadness maxing. I was gaming maxing. Okay, the less you shower as a gamer, the higher your power level. Okay, this is common knowledge. I feel like this is very common knowledge. So you smell bad? No, no. Estrogen makes you stop smelling. So, but also like the layers of sweat and dead skin that build up help my gaming skills. Reddit, yeah, it also helps my Reddit skills. The less I shower, the more my Reddit combo goes up. So the causation and the correlation is there. You guys probably wouldn't understand because you're not Redditors. Yeah. How many Reddits do you mod, chatters? Because I mod all of them. Yes, that's right. I mod every single Reddit, and I will ban every one of you. Okay, I will ban every one of you. Okay, from Reddit. Okay, no, Puente Princesses, you will not be allowed on Reddit. I will ban you. I will very much ban you. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Do they know what greasy hair looks like? I don't think. I don't think they do. Quote, not showering helps with gaming. Thank you, Pinballer, for quoting. Um, I am Reddit. Yeah. Well, my dad is the CEO of Reddit and Microsoft, and my mom is the CEO of Epic Games and Wobox, and yeah, so they will get all your accounts banned. Yeah. My dad is the CEO of Steam. So, how do your parents feel? Well, I talked to my parents yesterday. Uh, my parents were going to DC for the weekend. So, they were going for like I forget what legal thing they had to do. I think it was like something with like global entry. But yeah, narcissistic delusions. Thank you, Chatter. Thank you for acknowledging me. Yeah. Are you just acknowledged? You just like transy. You said the T slur wrong. L moment, bro. If you're gonna say it right. Come on, come on. Um, yeah, they must be disgusted. My parents, they're not. So, notice how no one claims their dad is the CEO of Twitter. Yeah, well, that's because, well, actually, there is someone that could claim their dad is the CEO of Twitter, and her name is Vivian. There is a trans woman that could be like, well, yeah, my dad's the CEO of Twitter. Yeah. Notice me, senpai. Just noticed you. Um, yeah. The only people who could claim that, oh yeah, height. My height is 7 foot 12 inches. Also, thank you for the 30 joules. Thank you very much for the 30 joules. That was very cool. Thank you. That was very poggers, very swagalicious. Um, yeah, yeah. Also thank you, Noah's Angels. Oh my god, guys, angels are here! Oh my god, guys. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Also, if you don't know, I'm live on Twitch as well. Yeah, I don't know if you guys knew that, but I'm also live on Twitch right now. Yep. Twitch is the better stream, to be honest. A better, funnier stream with a better, hotter chat. So, I'm so scared. What are you scared of? What are you scared of? What's with the hopefully YouTube hateful YouTube live? Yeah, it's YouTube live, bro. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. YouTube live. Maybe a little crazy. Maybe a little crazy. Never change YouTube chatters. Never change. I don't know. They are kind of fun sometimes. But yeah, they can be toxic. Oh, for sure, for sure. Oh, for sure, for sure. For sure, for sure. Okay, but like, yeah. It's actually 339 concurrent viewers though, so can't complain. Yeah. So, yeah. Think of your ancestors. See, but then I get funny comments like that, dude. Okay, you can't tell me the fucking think of your ancestors is not a funny ass comment. That's a funny ass content. That's a funny ass comment. YouTube streams are like that in every stream. Yeah, that's why I mostly read Twitch chat. YouTube chat is a competition to see who can say gay or find God the most. They do love calling me gay on YouTube chat. And every time they do, I'm like, yeah, I am gay. What about it? Tell me something new. Sourdough Blade totally redeemed eat half an edible, but you didn't. Liar, liar, liar. It would show up in my activity filters. Okay? But you lie, you lie, you lie. Are you Fortnite? Well, yeah, my dad's the CEO of Fortnite. Yeah. Yeah, my dad's the CEO of Fortnite, and he'll get your Epic Games account. Trump 2028. Do we really think Trump's gonna live till 2028? Bro, I don't know. With how many times people have tried to kill Trump and how his body is trying to kill him, I don't know. I don't know if Trump's gonna make it to 2028, you guys. Like, I don't know. Have we seen his ankles and his hands and his neck and how he talks? I don't know. Maybe for the next president, we shouldn't elect a fucking geriatric patient. we shouldn't elect someone that should be in a nursing home. I think for the next president that we elect, I think we should elect someone that's like 30, not 30. Like 45 to like 55. Somewhere in that age range. We need a Gen X president. I'ma say it. Okay? We need a Gen Xer for president, okay? None of this silent generation, none of the boomers, okay? We need a Gen X president, okay? Okay? That's what I feel like. That's what I'm tired of having old presidents, okay? Okay? Because we had Biden, and he was old as shit, bro. Like, the fact that Biden ran in 2020 and was like, yeah, I'm young. What, dude? And then the fact that they were trying to run Biden in 2024 when he couldn't even form sentences. Like, why was he even our president at the time, bro? He couldn't even, like, speak. They were giving him, like, the orange juice. I don't even know what the orange juice was. They were just giving it to him. And now Trump is like, okay, Trump is not in much better shape than Biden was. Like, let's be real. Okay, it was literally watching Trump and Biden debate was literally watching like the two old people that hate each other in the nursing home yell at each other. Like watching it, I was like, this is elder abuse. Bro, we're keeping them up past like 9 o'clock at night. Okay, they're sundowning. Okay, why the fuck are we running these old ass motherfuckers? Yeah, I don't know. We need younger people in office. Okay, people that actually have actually, Mom Donnie should be president. He can't. He's not an American-born citizen. He was born in Uganda. Clearly, you guys don't know y'all Mom Donnie were. The most Mom Donnie could ever be is a senator. You have to be U.S. born to run for president. So you can't be a naturalized U.S. citizen. You have to be a U.S. born citizen. So, yeah. You should run. I would vote. I'm not 35 yet, though. You have to be 35 to run for president, and I am not 35. So the election that I could run for, the soonest election that I could run for president for is 2036. And I would win. Pappy should run for Congress. Yeah, I could run for the House of Representatives. You have to be 25 to serve in the House, and you have to be 30 to serve in the Senate, and you have to be 35 to serve as president. And me bringing out the American political knowledge. Yeah. So yeah. The U.S. government equals. Bro, what are you talking about, bro? Is it gay to paint my nails? as a girl, because that's what my brother said. I mean, it depends on the nail length. Okay, if you got short painted nails, kind of gay. If you're a woman, okay, if you're a woman and you have short nails, why? Why do you have short nails if you're a woman? What are you gonna do with those nails to another woman? Just think about that. Think about that. But yeah. Um, so have you ever read the Constitution? Yes, I have. I almost was a political science minor. I was almost a political science minor and almost a history minor. So trust me, I have read the Constitution. Do I know all the constitutional amendments by heart? Probably not. Have I read them? Yes. But let's see. The First Amendment obviously has to do with freedom of speech, which means the government can't prosecute you for your freedom of speech. Second Amendment has to deal with right to bear arms. The Third Amendment has to deal with. Third is quartering, right? I'm pretty sure. Constitution. Yeah. Yeah. So, oh wait, that's. Or, this is sections. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Pappy uses she, her pronouns. Yeah, as in she, her over there. As a Brit, I support the Second Amendment. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah. I don't know. I like the Second Amendment. Do I like how it's implemented in our country? No. I think the fact that states can have such varying gun regulations really is kind of like. Why did you choose media instead? What do you mean? No, I never. You mean like my major? I majored in media, yeah, but like I was like one class away from minoring in history and one class away from minoring in political science. Which just means I would have had to take like one more course in each of those like categories, but I didn't want to take another semester. So I came from YouTube Live, and some/most of them are horrible. Yeah. Yep, they are. What made you choose media? What do you mean? I chose media because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to work in media, which I am. I mean, social media is a form of media, so yeah. So I did end up working in media, so I do have a degree for. I guess what I studied in college is what I am doing as a career now. So, like, how much can you bench? 7,000 tons. Also, thank you, Meej Monkey for the follow. We hit our follower goal on Twitch. Yippee! Yippee! Yeah. Also thank you, Glitchy Geist for the follow on Twitch as well. Thank you very much. Do you believe in anarchism? No. When I was like 14, I did, but anarchism as a principle is kind of stupid because you do need the government, okay? Love or hate the government, you do need the government. You do need a government to like build roads and make sure people aren't taken advantage of, and to lock up people who break laws, and to have a military. Um, would you ever get a master's? No. If I was gonna go back to college, I'd go back for a law degree. If I were to go back to college, I would go back for a media law degree. And then if I were to, like, obviously with a media law degree, what would I do with a media law degree? I'd probably become an agent, and or like work for media companies doing contracts. But that'd be a lot of reading, and I don't want to do that. Thoughts on communism. My thoughts on communism are, it has decent principles that you can take from, but I think it is a flawed system. I mean, every political system is. And I think communism is not practical. Like based on like a level, or it's also too like, yeah. I think you could, like, a socialist government could work, but I don't think a communist government could ever work. Just simply based on like your standards, and how it would require everything to be run. Thoughts on capitalism? I don't know. I think capitalism can be good in some aspects. But I think the issue that I have most with capitalism is unregulated capitalism is horrible. You need regulations in place to protect consumers, and to protect businesses, and to protect land. And I feel like the way you would do that is with a socialized system. Yeah, but yeah. Talking to someone who almost minored in political science in college, yeah. And two, I think like, simply there's different systems under communism and socialism and
Flow state.
capitalism. Also, thank you for the flow state. Thank you for the 200 joules. But like, obviously, like, the Chinese Communist Party looked very different from like the Russians' idea of what communism was, right? Just like American capitalism is very different from British capitalism. So I think societies need to figure out what system works best for them, and their culture. I don't think it's as easy of an answer as like choosing a single like ideology. Because I feel like if you were to truly be like, capitalism is the only way and we're going to follow the like principles of capitalism to a T, I don't think that would work. Like, right? Like, governmental systems need to be able to be flexible and be able to change with the times and the society and the people that live among them that they should represent. We need absolute democracy where everyone has a voice. Yeah, I don't agree with that. Okay, I do not agree with absolute democracy. I feel like if I were to, I guess, if I had to label like where I fall on the like uh like political spectrum, I think I very much believe in like a socialized representative democracy. But yeah, I think absolute democracy could never work. Because like if you had an absolute democracy where you voted on every single bill, every single act, every single law, it would require that every single person would have to learn or like learn about the systems and things that they live under. Like, right? Like, if you lived in like a true absolute democracy where there were no representatives and you just voted on bills directly, could you imagine it would just be trying to persuade the most people ever? Um, which would then put power into people who had the most money because they could run the most ads or buy the most like space to inform people. Um, but I would say yeah. Um, I've always kind of leaned more libertarian, but I'm definitely left libertarian. Um, yeah. I think when it comes to people's personal lives, the government should fuck off. But when it comes to like roads, schools, parks, those things that serve the public good, the government should be doing its best to um, balance its spending and provide the best services possible. Um, yeah. I'm so glad I live in Texas and have to deal with U.S. problems. Yeah, I think the way the U.S. system is built up is a way in which only a two-party system can ever exist. Because there have been times in the U.S. where the U.S. has had third-party system or had third parties, but it's usually very short-lived. Like even since the foundation of America, there was the Federalist versus the Anti-Federalist, and like Dixiecrats versus Republican. Like there's always been a two-party system in America, and that's simply the way that our representative democracy works. And the fact that we have a majority vote when in an electoral college rather than having ranked choice voting, um, which in my ideal system you would have ranked choice voting. Um, so yeah. Also, welcome Silver Hyena. Thank you for the follow. Um, yeah. Which, if you don't know how ranked choice voting works, let's say if someone was running for president, you'd have like the multiple candidates, and you'd pick like who you would want to win most, who you'd want to win second most, who you'd want to win third most, and usually you give them points depending on where they like how many first place votes they get, how many second place votes, like etc. etc. And then you calculate that, and whoever has the most points is what wins. Um, yeah. But yeah. What if you didn't have money either? What do you mean? The system we have today is capitalism versus the workers. Okay, but I mean, in some sense, we do not have a true. America is not a true capitalist system. America still has socialized things. America is not truly capitalist. Like true capitalism would be pretty close to anarchy. You wouldn't have governments, you would have corporations. But yeah, there are obviously the U.S. is very capitalist oriented, but are they entirely capitalist? They still have socialized systems within the U.S. So not fully, truly capitalism. Goodbye. Have a nice night. Thank you for coming in. Farewell. Yeah. You mean oligarchy? Since like the 2000s. Yeah. Well, an oligarchy isn't ruled by corporations, it's ruled by the wealthy. Which you could say we live in a more oligarchical system with how money moves in this country and how powerful people influence elections with PACs and lobbying. Yeah. Good night. I go to bread. I could go to bread right now. Going to bread sounds pretty good. That sounds kind of tasty. Constitutional monarchy is mid. Monarchy is where it's at. For real. Guys, I'm a feudalist. Like, honestly, I want to be a worker tilling the land, okay? Saying, please, me lord, please, take my grain and my gold, me lord. Me lord, offer me protection to protect me lands, me lord. Or sorry, your lands, me lord. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I think you can try to label political systems like, oh, America's an oligarchy, but I think it's much more complicated than that. You know, like every single governmental system is very different. I don't think you can fully label something capitalist or socialist or communist or oligarchical or because like policy and like it's policy and politics is very complicated. And it's not something you can just sum up with like this is what it is, you know? Very complex and complicated. Yeah. So yeah. But me lord, I owe it not what grain you seek. Yeah. Yeah. You know how Reddit has upvotes and downvotes? We do that IRL. Yeah, let's not do that though. Let's not have a Redditized system. Wait, guys, what if we voted on everything on Reddit? What a great idea that would be. That could never go wrong. I mean, name one way that could go wrong, chat. Like for real. For real, name one way that could go wrong in any way, shape, or form. I don't think that could ever go wrong. Chat, that would never go wrong. That could never nothing would ever go wrong. Yeah. Yeah. All right, chat. Join the raid, or I will call you homosexual. I know you probably already are homosexual, but if you don't join the raid, I will definitely call you homosexual. I'll call you a bad girl. Hey, don't you want to be called a good girl? If you join the raid, I'll call y'all a good girl. But only if you guys join the raid. Alright, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I will see y'all tomorrow.